From championships and mansions to Hollywood movies, is there anything Conor McGregor can't do? Mystic Mac has just finished filming the remake of the popular action movie Roadhouse, and social media has been going crazy. But can you blame them? The notorious Conor McGregor has pretty much ticked everything off his to-do list. He has multiple businesses, a massive fan following, millions of dollars in the bank, and now he also has a Hollywood movie up his sleeve. Like, is there anything this guy can't do? Get tested by the USDA. But more on that later. Now, the rumor is Mystic Mac has just finished filming the remake of 1989's popular action movie Roadhouse. The 34-year-old just shared a new picture on Twitter, half submerged in the water, giving us 3 different profiles. And in case you've seen the pictures, I know what you're thinking. It's not a lot to go by. Literally, no one knows what role he's going to be playing in the movie, and trust me, I've done the research. The Roadhouse team has done an excellent job at keeping things a secret. Production has been going on for almost a year now, and no one knows anything about it. The only source of information has been McGregor's Twitter, and even he's done an incredible job at keeping everything hidden. Also, this isn't the first time the former double champ has shared photos on Twitter. He posted a picture of him and Hollywood heartthrob Jake Gyllenhaal sharing a laugh on the set of the movie. Plus, I'm pretty sure you all noticed how huge he looks. So let's talk about his insane transformation, don't we? The last time we saw Conor McGregor in action was back at UFC 264 when the Notorious snapped his leg in the matchup against Dustin Poirier. He was in his original lightweight shape and looked quite small compared to what he looks like today. He broke his leg real bad, and the only way to heal it was to take PEDs. Mystic Mac exited the USADA testing pool to take performance enhancers and heal his leg more effectively. But because of those enhancers, the Notorious put on an insane amount of muscle. Honestly, it almost looked as if he was getting ready to compete in the light heavyweight division. But after seeing a few snaps of him on the set of Roadhouse, it looks like being bulky was a requirement for his character. And speaking of his character, remember how I said no one has any idea who he's playing? Well, his physique might just be a clue. In case you've seen the old Roadhouse, you probably remember how Dalton and Wade were super tight. And considering how Jake is playing Dalton, it's only obvious McGregor will be playing Wade, right? Or at least that's what I think. But what do the fans think? Maybe the comment section under his post can help figure that out. Conor McGregor's comment sections are absolute fire. And that's because the Notorious has a ton of haters. But don't worry, he's a grown man who knows how to handle himself. And since Mac loves the spotlight, he probably enjoys the hate as well. While the majority of his fans can't wait to see him on the big screen, some of the comments are exactly like before. Are you still on steroids? You're never going to fight again. You know, the usual. If you ask me, I think Conor is doing an exceptional job at making history every single day. Sure, he's a loose cannon who tends to get a bit carried away at times, but he's living life at the highest level. Along with being on the prestigious list of double champions, he also happens to be an individual who lives life on his terms. But now that he's finally done with the movie, should you and I be looking forward to his return? Well, he's still not in the testing pool, and as you already probably know, Conor needs to get tested if he wants to fight. A fighter needs to get tested at least 6 months before he can fight again, and considering how Conor is yet to re-enter the USADA testing pool, his chances of fighting this year are looking very slim. Of course, all that can change if he decides to get tested tomorrow, but as of now, we're not sure if the Irishman is just teasing us. He's been hinting at a potential comeback for the longest time now, and honestly, everyone is eager to find out what's going on. Because like I said before, even his haters want to see him compete again because of the energy he brings to the octagon.
Oh! Big shots by McGregor!
Look at the clock closely. 10 seconds.
Oh, he's hurt!
Could he finish him here? Conor McGregor is a UFC interim featherweight champion!
If he does decide to return to professional fighting, you can bet your house on the fact that it's going to be a sellout event. Fans will pour into the arena to see the face of MMA fight again. It'll probably be the biggest comeback in the sport's history, but the question still stands, when will he re-enter the testing pool? Or has his plan for fighting in 2023 been postponed to 24? But let's say he does come back. Who's he going to fight? There are a lot of options, but Michael Chandler seems to stand out the most.
But honestly, that was a honestly
A lot of big names, including Charles Oliveira,
Oh! Now a knee to the body for Charles and a right hand. Chandler
Chandler's
retrieves it. Now Chandler is down. Charles Oliveira.
and even featherweight champion Alexander Volkanovski have offered to entertain the Notorious on his comeback. They're willing to dance inside the cage, and in case you're having trouble understanding why, let's just say it's because of the money. Conor might be out of the game for over a year, but his name is literally money. He's bound to sell millions of PPVs, along with an entire arena full of fans. So how can other fighters cash in on that? Simple. Fight him. Win or lose, they'll still get a share of the earnings.
Yeah, look, it is. You know, everyone's going to always talk about Conor and they just want this money fight and all that. Yeah, of course. Yeah, everyone's going to talk about that. And yeah, it's big. It's always massive. Any fight that you have with Conor's going to be massive.
But out of all the potential opponents, one name seems to stand out the most: Iron Mike Chandler. He's called out McGregor on multiple occasions, and one thing I really like about him is that he didn't go below the belt.
I got one dude on my mind. Conor McGregor. You gotta come back and fight somebody. I am the most entertaining lightweight on the planet.
Chandler kept things super respectful. He acknowledged how Conor pretty much changed the sport for good. The Irishman attracted millions of fans from all over the world to make the UFC what it is today.
In front of him. He's talking to him now, Mike.
Hands at his hips. Having
Oh,
a
he heard him.
conversation. Looking to finish the fight.
That's it. Wow.
And it's not even like Michael has something to prove. He just wants a piece of the action and money. Chandler better hang on though. Whether Conor returns or not is still quite doubtful. Not like he's missing out on anything though. The Irishman recently added a super expensive Rolex to his multi-million-dollar watch collection. And speaking of money, McGregor also had some words of advice for the former heavyweight champion Francis Ngannou. It's time to get some better representation. Conor isn't new to negotiations and deals. Let's not forget, he was the highest paid athlete in the world at one time. He knows what goes around. And after hearing everything Ngannou had to say about his exit from the UFC,
as an independent contractor, you don't really have a say in that contract. You don't even have a right. So I can't do that.
the Irishman had just one suggestion for the Predator: to seek better representation. And by better representation, he means Paradigm Sports. The management company looks after some really big names like Conor himself, Israel Adesanya, and even welterweight champion Leon Edwards.
Flying knee attempt from Dos Anjos. He pays for it. Edwards puts him on his back. And there it is.
Anyway, let's see how things play out for Conor now. Will he be making a comeback, or are his days of fighting over? We'll have the answer real soon now. So that's what's been going on in the life of Conor as he wraps up his Hollywood debut. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.